I think of myself as a Shiksha disciple of Maharaj. I'm going to get it together this time. I always break up when I'm doing a homage. I'm not going to this time. I'm going to be very strong and just speak nicely. I was always very inspired by Maharaj's lectures, and by the times when I was fortunate enough to have his darshan. He stayed at my house several times on his visits to Auckland, and of course he gave many wonderful classes in all those years, 93, 94, 96, 97, 99 and 2002. We have many lectures preserved on audio tapes and a video. Perhaps some devotees may like to borrow these tapes from the library and might think of making them available on CD or MP3. Maharaj's classes were full of clear instruction. We used to come away with renewed understanding. And he was always so very personal with all of us. He was just a smiling, caring, big, strong father figure. During darshan, when I met with him at my home, together with my guru, Srila, at one of those times when things weren't going so very well with the temple planning, he gave us inspiration with his words. He said, "There will always be difficulties, but there will also be many little installments of bliss." I often think of those words, and we all know that it happens to us in Krishna consciousness, and that's what keeps us going. Little installments of bliss. Maharaj used humor to make his points, and he had an unlimited number of stories. Please borrow his wonderful tapes. One story some of you will remember proved the inevitability of death. He said there was a servant who went to a marketplace to purchase some goods for his master. While there, he felt the touch of a stranger, and he came face to face with death personified, who looked very surprised to meet him. The servant was terrified and ran out of that place back to his master. The master then directed him to go to another marketplace, some many miles away, so he rode off in great haste. Later, the master went down to the first marketplace, and he also saw death personified there. He went to him, and he said, "You frightened my servant. Why were you so surprised to see him?" And then Death said, "I was surprised to see him here, because I have an appointment with him this afternoon at the other marketplace." Maharaj was certainly very aware that death can come at any time. In his messages to us when planning his arrival times to the temple, etc., he would always add that he would come on a certain date, Krishna willing. Now death has come. But no matter. For Maharaj, he has had a long and wonderful life, attaining pure realization, becoming a perfect devotee in Srila Prabhupada's service, and without a doubt he is now situated in the Lord's service in Krishna Loka. Thank you, Maharaj, for your wonderful association.